I got some more butt injections removed.
Is stinking. A year into the process, you might have some, like, it could be your crotch. I don't think it's the BBL itself. It might be a wound or one of the holes. To which I would say go to your nearest hospital immediately because it's probably rotting.
So Cardi B is getting mad over pics that were took of her while she was performing at Coachella and were posted on Getty, and she did not like it. And she actually requested and paid, I don't know who, to just remove these pics because we see so much details about her body and it's looking exposed. And this is another pic, and there's a lot of other pictures. And she actually said that someone edited these pics and they were not real. But how could it be edited if it's posted on Getty? Like, I don't understand. And I'm not body shaming nobody. Like, you know, she looks good the way she looks. But also people got videos of her, so I don't know if this is real or this is fake. Because normally Getty just like take the pics and just post it the way they are. But now they did remove them after she requested, and they posted another pics of her, like I feel like more from the front and not from the back, to not see what's going on in the back. But tell me what the guys think in the comments.
Getting a BBL when you're broke is what's causing BBL smell. You think a BBL is just the price for the surgery. Those massages after are very important. I did a massage like every day for 2 months. When you get surgery, you have to drain out those fluids. Those massages drain you. And then you need to detox. Some of you just don't care. Some of you are too broke. They praise thick girls, they praise thighs, they praise all of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's hard to just be like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna walk around my flat ass. No. Some of y'all happy with it, that's great, but that just wasn't me when I was young, so.
Welcome back to FameVibe. This time we're diving into someone's behind. Literally, Cardi B popped out like she just left the Build-A-Body factory and the internet exploded. People were out here clutching their wigs, zooming in like her backside was hiding secret messages or something. No joke. When she showed up, the crowd didn't cheer. They froze. And not because it was snatched. It was because her BBL had folks thinking of a melting candle. Wild, right? Let's talk facts. Ever since things fizzled out between her and Offset, Cardi's been on this full-on solo glow-up mission. First, it was the whole "I'm independent" soft launch. Then suddenly, bam, new jawline, tightened nose, sharper chin, and something real different going on from the waist down. Her body been changing quicker than a face filter on overdrive. And Coachella? That was supposed to be her "I'm back on top" moment. But instead, people were asking if her BBL came with a deflation switch. It was moving like it had its own little attitude. And that outfit? It was hanging on for dear life. The comment section went nuts. Folks saying it looked like she was sitting on 2 lava lamps. People were cracking jokes before she even opened her mouth. One fan even said her silhouette had enough presence to headline its own Coachella stage. Now let's be real. Nobody's hating on cosmetic work. Cardi's been honest about her surgeries from day one. But lately, every time she hops on IG Live, the transformation got folks scratching their heads.
That if you young, if you 19, if you 20, if you 21, and sometimes you too skinny, and you be like, oh my God, I don't got enough fat to put on my ass and everything, so you resort to ass shots, bitch, don't do it. Like, I am super against. After I gave birth to my son, my ass was huge. And the reason why my ass was so fucking huge, because I almost gained 20. And you already know my ass already has ass shots. In August, I did surgery because a lot of people thought that as soon as I gave birth, I got my body done. No, I didn't. In August, I did surgery and I removed 95% of my biopolymers. But of course, right, they took it out of me, but they still had to shape my butt because they took a lot of shots out. So my butt is a little fluff.
Her face keeps shifting, skin pulled tighter, curves switching up weekly. It's like a new version of her drops every few days. Fans ain't mad, but they are getting worried. She's officially on that Lil' Kim 2.0 track. And when someone called it out, Cardi snapped back real quick with a mind your business. But let's be real. When you've got 100 million people watching your every move, it is everybody's business, like it or not. But this ain't just about looks anymore. People are in a whole vibe shift. Like, what's really going on? Why the sudden overload of glam, curves, and attitude? Some say she's trying to shift focus from the Offset breakup drama. Others think she's just racing to stay ahead of the next crop of it girls coming for her throne. Whatever the reason, that Coachella moment, yeah, it wasn't the slay she wanted. It was more like a stage dive into chaos. Now the tea's all over the place like someone knocked over the whole pot. Because that backside situation, folks saying it needs a GoFundMe fast. And listen, it ain't even just about how she looked. People who were right there near the VIP section at Coachella said things got straight up uncomfortable. One person claimed the whole air around her crew changed the second they started twerking. It was like a weather shift hit the space. Like, that wasn't giving body odie, it was giving bacteria. No cap. I wish this was just internet shade, but no. This came from people who were actually there. One person said it felt humid back there, like steam was trying to break free from under the spotlight. Folks weren't just watching, they were breathing in whatever was happening, and they're still talking about it. Ooh, let's get into that moment that broke the internet. Cardi was chilling in VIP like she just relaunched her OnlyFans, trying to throw it back like it was 2018 again. But something was way off. One girl on X said she looked like she was about to tip over like a bar stool with one leg. And another dragged her saying her hips and rhythm were in 2 different time zones. And honestly, they weren't lying. It was like her left side hit pause while her right side was still trying to catch the beat. The wildest part? Cardi was all smiles, like nothing was happening. She was cheesing hard like everything's fine. Meanwhile, folks were side-eyeing and pulling out their phones like, nah, we need receipts, that smile. It was screaming, I'm okay, really. But her body language was hollering, somebody help me. The whole room felt tense, like the vibe was off, real uncomfortable. And her BBL, baby, it looked like it was running on weak Wi-Fi, like it was buffering mid-performance. And let's not act like we didn't see the signs. This been building. Ever since whispers started about Offset really being out the picture for good, Cardi's been moving like she's fresh out of the plastic parts warehouse. She's been stepping out with that reboot energy, like she's rebranding herself into some kind of glam doll. That new chin, ultra sculpted, nose, super snatched, cheeks, glossed up like she's in a wax museum. Waistline, you gotta squint just to find it. And those hips. People say they look like they got stuffed fresh out the deep fryer at the state fair. It's not shade. It's just what people saw. And now the whole timeline's in shambles. People been whispering for a while now that Cardi's in her revenge body era. But if this is revenge, baby, it's not giving fine and unbothered. It's giving glitchy reboot trying to load. And the harder she pushes this whole comeback tour vibe, the louder the crowd's asking, is this a glow-up or a full-on identity crisis? Let's not sugarcoat it. This ain't shade, it's real concern. Cardi used to roll through like a Bronx queen, confidence on 100, brushing off haters like they were lint on her sleeve. But now, it's giving, please tell me I still got it vibes.
Or natural?
I prefer natural.
Thank you. That's what I'm talking about, man. I be telling these females, man, they tripping, man.
It's BBLs ain't what y'all think it is. First of all, the bigger it is, the harder it is to keep it clean.
Sis moving like she's trying to earn clout instead of just living her life. And let's keep it very real. Every time a dude plays her, she don't hit the studio. She hits the surgeon's office. Like, girl, we get it. Offset broke your heart. But you don't need to rebuild your whole body like it's a Lego set every time he sends a cryptic tweet. We miss the Cardi that used to clap back with bars, not the one turning into the meme in a latex bodysuit that looked one bounce away from tapping out. Allegedly, of course. Now let's talk about that bar moment that had the timeline straight up gagging. Probably harder than Cardi's PR team. She rolled up deep with her full BBL battalion. Thick girls, thick energy, and even thicker egos. They had one mission, twerk and steal the spotlight. And they did, just not in the way they planned. Somebody hit record and boom. The internet was lit up like Times Square on New Year's, but instead of praises, it was all jokes, rewinds, and side-eyes. The whole squad pulled up like it was their world tour, but the crowd just saw confusion wrapped in body con. That clip blew up, but plot twist? Nobody was talking about the choreography. The only thing spinning faster than Cardi's moves was the comments section. And baby, it was wild. Folks weren't clocking the dance. They were clocking the smell, allegedly. One person tweeted that it smelled like hot Velveeta cheese mixed with Sephora setting spray. Another said it was giving high school gym locker after double PE. Not even a little shade. That's a full eclipse. Now look, I wasn't there, so for legal reasons, let's stamp it with allegedly. But when the internet got more to say about the air quality than your look or your moves, yeah, sis, it might be time to figure out what's really going on behind the glam squad. 'Cause that ain't ambiance, that's ammonia. And when people start comparing your vibe to expired cheese and body mist, whew, that ain't luxury, that's a low point. After that whole Coachella moment had the streets whispering loud, Cardi jumped on IG Live, and you could tell from the jump, she was in deep denial. She was talking a mile a minute, giggling at nothing, throwing fake laughs like she was tossing confetti. It felt like she was trying to convince the whole world she still had it locked. But for real, who was she really trying to convince? Us or herself? She pulled out the usual lines talking about "I'm still the baddest" and "they hate to see a successful Latina win." But let's be honest, that wasn't confidence. That was a cover-up and fans weren't buying it like they used to. Cardi hit Liv like, "Y'all just mad 'cause I don't care what nobody think." But let's keep it real. The crowd wasn't hating. They were just confused. That whole speech? It was giving anxious energy wrapped in rhinestones. No shade, but real confidence don't come with a filter. And it definitely ain't something you pick up at a surgeon's office. The comments were flying live. Stuff like, "Girl, blink twice if you're spiraling." And, "Is this a live stream or a cry for help?" The vibe was off. Her voice, shaky, her face, looking like it gets a new update every time Apple drops iOS. And people weren't even coming for her fame. They were watching her unravel right in front of them. And she didn't even see it. And while she kept yelling, "I don't care what nobody think," her whole look was screaming, "Somebody validate me. We gotta call it what it is. This ain't just Cardi twerking through some glitter-covered crisis. Nah, this feels deeper." We're living in a time where body image is flipped, filtered, financed, and fed back to us like it's reality. And now, the new normal? It's less human and more like a Bratz doll trapped in a Facetune tornado. No joke, curves are getting bought on credit, waistlines tighter than last-minute promo deadlines, and every new surgery treated like a fresh sneaker drop. And Cardi? She's looking more and more like the face of what happens when self-love gets swapped for scalpel obsession. Here's the real gag. Cardi had it. The talent, the fire, the charisma that made people root for her from strip club poles to sold-out arenas. That raw, unfiltered energy that couldn't be bought now feels like it's fading under layers of edits and pressure. Cardi had the whole package. No one can deny that. But somewhere between the ghostwriting rumors, offset drama, and lipo version 8.0, something shifted. Something real got lost. Now it's starting to look like she's chasing approval from a crowd that double taps just to drag her 5 seconds later. And that's the real trap, trying to patch up what's broken on the inside with outside upgrades. You can't slap a filter on insecurity, and you definitely can't spritz away the mess bubbling underneath with setting spray. Cardi used to be that girl. She clapped back so fast, the internet didn't even have time to reload. One "You Dusty" from her? That was enough to shut down entire threads. But now, the clapbacks hit like old reruns. Same lines, no fire. It's like she ain't battling trolls anymore. She's battling herself. And let's not pretend the fans don't notice. This ain't hate, it's heartbreak. People loved Cardi because she was real, because she was raw, loud, and unfiltered. Now, every time she pops out, it's a new face, a tighter waist, and a fresh surgery round, and the crowd's just sitting there like, why? One fan even said it best. Cardi out here fighting the old her, and the new one ain't even winning. The same folks who cheered her rise from the strip club to the stage are now watching her slowly unravel behind layers of glam, pressure, and silicone. It's not fun to watch. It's painful. What made her stand out is getting buried under what she thinks she needs to be. And the real ones see it clear as day. It's like watching someone slap fresh paint on a cracked wall, pretending the damage ain't still spreading underneath. Cardi used to walk in and light up a room with her raw energy. Now, fans are saying the only thing lighting up the room is the scent coming off them overworked surgeries. One person even said, "Now that I know BBLs come with a scent, I'm scared for everybody in the room." Whew. Not too much squatting now. Let's keep it a buck. BBLs done lost their sparkle. What once screamed bold and sexy? Now it's giving tired and recycled. Everyone got the same build, the same hips, the same checklist like it's a body blueprint getting handed out at a clinic. The factory reset look is in full effect, and the magic? Gone. Thighs still not matching. Silhouettes looking stiff. That jaw-dropping wow factor turned into, girl, again? One fan nailed it when they said, it's like watching a glitchy app update in real life. Every version messier than the last. And you know what? They weren't lying. Somewhere along the way, Cardi stopped setting the trends and started chasing them. The same ones she used to clown. That Bronx boldness, the ochre energy that made her iconic? Now it's hiding behind face filters and surgical tweaks. So what's next? Cardi's at a crossroads. She can pause, get real with herself, and start dealing with whatever's really fueling all these changes. Or she can keep acting unbothered while spiraling in plain sight, on live streams and tweets that hit more like cries for help than clapbacks. The fans aren't asking for perfection. They just want the real Cardi back. But let's be real. The audience sees it. The question is, does she? Now, here's what I want to know. What do you think? Is Cardi just getting crushed by the pressure of being in the spotlight 24/7? Or is she out here chasing a version of perfection that ain't even real? Because when fans speak up with love, why do celebs clap back like it's hate instead of just listening? At what point does BBL culture stop looking like a glow-up and start feeling like a full-blown identity crisis? Drop everything in the comments. I want to hear it all. The hot takes, the real ones, the shady truths, and the honest concerns. Don't hold back. And you already know what to do. Smash that like button if you're feeling the tea. Make sure to hit subscribe and turn on your notifications so you never miss a single messy, juicy, drama-packed drop. Catch you next time, my stars and hushes. And trust me, you don't want to miss the next episode. 'Cause whew, the scandal already brewing. See you soon.